Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple.
Your first target has a higher probability than hitting the second target. If you have a higher probability of success hitting the first target, then you want at least half of your position out of there, right? You want to take your profits. Then you hit the second position writing. If you want to take 75%, like 5 contracts off at the first target, you can do that as well. And you can just leave 1 to get to the second level or to the 30%. Now, what happens if you said, well, I only have one contract. So how can I go as high as I can go and possibly hit 2 or 3 levels with only 1 contract? And the answer to this one is a trail stop. So let me show you how to do that. So let's get over to, I just want to buy 1 contract. And so what you're going to do is, actually you could do this from the front end. So let's just say that I just said, hey, a single. I'm going to buy with a stop. That's the correct one. If you do buy with a stop, you're going to get your buy contract and then just 1 stop contract. So let me get that up. So see, it just comes up automatically. And then over here, instead of a stop, you're going to use a trail stop. So what's a trail stop? A trail stop allows you to be in a position with 1 contract, or many, by the way. You can use this for anything, but I think it's a clear storyline for everyone to learn if I just say you had 1 contract. But you could do this for 5 contracts. I do it all the time, by the way. So the trail stop says, hey, I want my trail stop. And in this example, you can see it says 10 cents. You could use 10 cents, or you could use, as an example, a percentage. I just click this button. As soon as you put trail stop, this button is here for you to adjust it. So you could say, and it needs to be a minus for a stop. Just remember that. It needs to be a minus for a stop. And so you could say, hey, look, if this breaches the 20% trail stop, then I'm out. Now, how does this work? So this is great. So what ends up happening is let's say your call is working and it's going up. It's going up, it's going up, it's going up. What your stop is, instead of it being a stop right here at 20% below entry, it's actually going to follow you up. I love trail stops. I encourage you to start using them. And so what that means is, like, you're in the trade and it's going hopefully in your favor. If not, if it goes down the 20%, you're going to be stopped out. If it starts to move up, it will start moving up with you, so that your stop is not all the way down here. Your stop from entry, your stop is actually trailing you. And so let's say you hit the first target and your stop just keeps moving like this. And then it allows you to get to the second target. And then you're like, oh gosh, I want to get to the third target. But all of a sudden it starts to go down, starts to go down, starts to go down. And if it goes down 20% from its highest level, it will stop you out. I'm going to pause right here because I want you to learn this bit before we go to the other programming, which is utilizing trigger levels. And maybe we use that for our next episode. So for those of you that have emailed me and said, can't you just actually do exactly what you're doing? I think I'm explaining it pretty well from a beginner standpoint about the indicator, and now we're starting to get into the programming aspect. Okay. And then next week, we'll get into the trigger levels using a specific level that the indicator says. So now I'd like you to unmute and then ask me your question. For those of you that have questions, and I'm going to keep this focused because this is a really good learning session. For those of you that have questions about what I just described, I want you to unmute and ask me the question, and then we'll get to other questions that are not related to today's lesson. So for those of you that have a question for what I've just taught in the last 20 minutes, please, or 30 minutes, please jump on and ask. If you don't, I'll just continue, but I'd love you to ask questions. I want to clarify, give you context. Go ahead.
I have a question about the percentage.
Yes.
When you put it on, then when you're in the trade, sometimes I'm like, okay, when is it going to get there and stuff? Like I can't tell how it's going. Like when is it going to, how much profit am I going to get? Because the 25% doesn't really tell you like what price it's going to get to. And just if it can clear that up a little bit.
Absolutely. It's a great question. So let's say we have 20%. 20% means this is a 20% stop loss on the option contract. So you could just take as an example 407 minus 20%, and then you'll know if the option contract gets to that specific price, you're out. If you did an OCO with a take profit on there, then you're going to be 407 plus 20%, and then equals what the option contract will be when you hit that. So that's how you know. But I'll stop right there and then see if you have a follow-up to that.
Okay. During the trade, when you want to see how it's going, then you look at the option price.
No, you go right over here to your monitor tab. Anytime you have an active trade, you're going to see it under here. As a matter of fact, let me just put a trade on real quick. What was that? I'll just use that one. So I'm just going to put this on. I just got filled. I got filled at $4. So my option, right? I got it $4, which is $400 because one option contract equals 100 shares of stock. And so now, and it's a way to leverage your money versus stock shares. That cost me $400. If I wanted to buy 100 shares of SPY, it'd be $619 times 100. That's a lot of money, right? So that's why options are so popular. So now I have my trail stop and I'm in this trade. How do I know how it's doing? I go right over here to the monitor tab and order history, trade history, activity and positions. So monitor tab, activity and positions of right now, and then you're going to see it up close and personal. When I click on it, it's going to show you I have one contract. The expiration is in 7 days. This was the trade price. Here's the mark price. I don't use the mark price, by the way, guys. I don't use market change because that's the market change from when we opened. So what I do is I go right over here to this gear icon and click it. Let me make sure you have that view of this little guy. When you do that, you can then customize that column. So what I do is I take out the mark price. Let me just remove that. I take out the mark change because I don't care what SPY was doing all day long. I'm just looking at my position I'm interested in. Trade price, okay, that's a quick way to see your trade price. So I say, I go here and go P&L, and you'll say P&L. I like to use percent, and you're going to add it. And then that's about all that I use because this is already built in. From the opening of this position, how much money have you made? That's like right here. So now when I click OK and I go back to my chart setting or my monitor tab setting, you're going to see now it says one contract, Sandy. You have 7 days till expiration. You bought it at $4. The P&L of this trade is 1.75 to the upside, right? I'm up 2%. What does that equal to? It equals on that $8 profit right now. Does that make sense, Dorothy?
Yes, that makes it look easier.
Yeah, and what you need to do is remember that I have this bar that's covering me, and I don't know if everybody can see it, but because somebody's recording the meeting. But right here where it says Monitor tab, you'll see that it has activity and positions, it has account statement, it has FX reports, which we don't use, but these two buttons right here are the most important. You want to make sure it's on activity and positions. And same on your trade tab. Your trade tab has a lot of different things. Forex trader, futures trader, active trader, all these things right here. So you want to make sure that you're just on the right button. Sometimes if you become lost, that's probably the reason. Do we have you all squared away, Dorothy, before I get to that other caller?
Just one other thing, like when it's on, sometimes I'm not sure if I want it to be going up or go down. Like if I'm looking at it like, oh, it's doing good, it's going up or it's going down. Is it just if it's a call, we want it to go up, and if it's a put, you want to go down?
Exactly. And you're buying both. So
yeah.
if you're bullish on the trade, you're buying a call. If you're bearish on the trade, you're buying a put. Okay. And then your P&L automatically shows you how you're doing and your profit and loss, right? So that's where we're at right now with this. And so hopefully that will make next week easier for you.
Yeah, that makes it easier to see. So I'll change my setup in there.
Excellent. Traders, thanks for watching. If you want to get in touch to learn more, our contact info is in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. It really supports the channel and helps others find us too. See you on the next one.